Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, now he bowls him over. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Murray now. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
29, Alpha. We go. Go. 29, Alpha.
Now this time, Brady will throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Murray. And an alley to run. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Just in case there's any doubt that LT was special, we saw it again right there. How about that electricity? We appreciated it for many, many years.
We did, and a reason that he was invited to 5 Pro Bowls and was an All-Pro 6 times. On 1st and 10, Murray steps away to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. To throw on 2nd down. Murray dancing to his hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And taken right at the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Murray escaping the pressure right. Murray, strong running. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback as the 1st half is winding down. And the Colts are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. A little juke. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brady going to throw. He's going to launch this thing. Wait. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
What's up, bro? Yeah, we can play a matchup. We can play a matchup after I get done with this game.
They'll run with Barry Sanders. And he was able to share the
They have a
tackle,
practice
but the
game. They
reserves
have a
come in
practice
for
game
the
to
stop.
try it out.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They had an old game where you could actually.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think it's blitz.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a low-pitch game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And that'll set them back 5.
We could just do regular online if that's fine instead of Ultimate Team, because I could probably destroy you.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. He'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Reggie White in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside.
You can either do, the right analog stick, the joystick.
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the
down.
tackle.
Yeah.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
And then you can use X
the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Stupid.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Fletcher Cox able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
13.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here. Because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Brady throwing on second down. He's going to air it out deep for
wide
Green.
open, really?
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 77 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the gun on third down. Murray flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Tomlinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Murray eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams shedding the tackle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
That's crazy.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray escaping the pressure right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. On 2nd down, Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Ladota and Tomlinson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot.
Oh, fuck.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well,
That's
Charles,
totally
exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gardner. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
And I had no passing yards. Oh my gosh, bro. How does that even happen? You guys are like 10-8. Should have, yeah, but I shouldn't have had more though. I missed the field goal and I fumbled near the red zone. So then I missed that last. I missed like 2 field goals. Like one was like very close. I hate the stupid field goal meter. You have to like time it. I know next matchup ain't gonna be like that either. What game are you playing right now since it's still downloading? This is a Harry Potter.
And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Indianapolis. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The first carry for the Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Your opponent is experiencing network issues. Okay then. So now I want 2 straight games for no reason. Yeah. But he said he had connection issues, so he probably living somewhere where it's freaking like raining right now, or probably he has that direct TV Wi-Fi where it has that little satellite in frame. That's what I used to have, direct TV. You know how it'd be raining and all of a sudden, like, the TV, that was the one thing that was annoying about it, was like when every time it was like raining, the connection was like going crazy. Xfinity and beyond. And when you're playing Madden to truck somebody, you aim down at the right stick.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth.
And
partner,
then the spin move is circle.
What are you gonna be
and then
watching?
juke is like you have to
a fast start. In horse racing terms, they
go
talk
left
about
and right
catching a
on the
flyer
right
out of the
joystick.
gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
And then hurdle somebody is you have to hold L2 and then triangle. Damn, what's with everybody having Wi-Fi issues right now?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away.
Is that
and
you?
we are underway from
Is that you
Indianapolis.
watching it now?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Probably not knowing much because I'm sometimes trash. Baker Mayfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on first down. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game.
Excuse you, sir. Come on, bro. Hike the ball.
Mayfield off the play fake.
Thank you.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Darnell Savage
To the
Jr.
24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
One of the newest safeties for the Green Bay Packers.
First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
It's Kyler Murray time, boys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
He got mad. That's what happens when you get the highest player is like 85 overall. Come on, bro. Dang, I already got 4 people off, man. Hey, that's crazy. Yeah. The thing on the top right show like 4 people. Play Madden franchise mode? Maybe. And you're a fan of 49ers, that's pretty cool. I usually play regular online or Ultimate Team, that's about it.
And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Here, bro.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Focusing on that Fortnite. That boy focusing on poning people on Fortnite.
Mariota on first down. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The gain of 39 that time.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action now. Mariota. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. To the air again, Mariota. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
And that was the first carry of the game for LaDainian Tomlinson. His first touch, our first look at him in this contest.
That's so good. I remember at the time of his retirement, he was 5th all-time in career rushing yards, just under 14,000.
Yeah, how about that? Second in career rushing touchdowns with 145 as well.
It will be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Play action. Murray forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
You got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now, folks, let's just think about what we've just witnessed. I don't want to get too cute here. How much fun is this one? Only in Madden can you see something that we would have loved to have seen in real life. Lawrence Taylor tackling LaDainian Tomlinson. Go ahead and say it, partner.
LT tackles LT. That's 2 Hall of Famers from different eras, but here in Madden on the same field. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They run with LT. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess he just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Murray. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Murray has the first down and more. That was resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. To throw on 2nd down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll running right through it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Throwing on first down. Murray escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Off play action. Murray steps away. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
On 1st and 10, Murray got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in. Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ballgame. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. With safety Ed Reed there to make the play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 3rd down. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Sanders. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mariota the throw. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. To throw is Mariota. Flush to his right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP. Yeah,
no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And incomplete on the deep ball. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Randy Moss from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Reed able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Looking to throw on second down. Murray under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner able to collapse the pocket and drop it for a loss of a yard. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Murray. Man open, Rice. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Eluding the pressure right. There he goes inside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 15. Now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Operating from the gun, Murray. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Mariota now, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 52 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over.
Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And he will fall on this one himself, so no late turnover, and time has run out on this football game. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.